What's up, it's Chuki Beats. Today I thought why not make a new video on how to make beats for absolute FL Studio beginners in 2020. So if you're already a little bit experienced, I don't think this video will have much value to you. If you want to still support me, please leave a like and leave a comment. And before we get to the video, follow my Instagram at Chuki Beats with a Z because somebody else know my name. But let's get into explaining FL Studio 20 for absolute beginners. Hey, so welcome to FL Studio 20. This is what FL Studio will look like when you start it up for the first time. If it does not look like that and you've got the demo project open, just go over the file, new from template, minimal, and then just select an empty project. So you'll start with a blank canvas is basically what we want to start with. So if you've never opened up FL Studio before, it might look a little bit confusing, but don't worry, it will sort itself out really quickly if you just get the hang of it. So the main window we're looking at right now over here is the playlist. In the playlist you can put different patterns. For example, you can make a piano pattern and then a variation of that piano pattern which will be in another pattern. You can create a drum pattern. You can maybe split the drums into have all of the drum elements be in separate patterns. It's all it's all an option, but let's just start out by creating our first pattern, which you do by opening up the channel rack, which is this button right here. And in the channel rack you have to add all of your sounds that you want to use in your beat. How do you add a sound? That is like this. You just go over to your sounds. If you don't have a lot of sounds, you can, for example, purchase my drum kit or find a lot of free sounds over on Reddit or whatever other sites. But the way you put in a sound is just by clicking and dragging it to the channel rack. So I'm gonna add a clap, maybe a hi-hat, and a kick from here. So now we've got those three sounds in our channel rack, and the channel rack will give us a fast way to click in our notes, or you can go the more advanced way. I'll first start by using the simple way and then show you the other method with a piano or something. So if you want to start by creating a rhythm, we first have to select our tempo. Right now you can see our tempo is 140 beats per minute. If you want to drag it up or down, you can change the tempo, but I don't know, it doesn't really matter for this example, but I'll just leave it at 140 right now. So I'm gonna start by just clicking in a kick and creating a rhythm. Let me this is the metronome, so I know what tempo I'm in. Something like that is fire. So it will automatically loop at the point, it will automatically try to create a loop. So it's important that you finish the loop, finish the 2 bars, 4 bars, 8 bars, whatever you're trying to do, so it makes sense. So now let's add a clap. And now with the hi-hat, I want to make it go so I can manually click it like this, or I can right click the hi-hat and say fill each 2 steps, and it will fill each 2 steps, and then it's just like this. And now to add a little bit of extra vibe, I'm gonna just click in this one and this one. And now we've got a cool rhythm going. So what we can do now, this thing is one pattern. So for example, if I want to, you can see I've got pattern 1 selected. Let's just quickly rename that and name it drums. So let's type in drums and give it a nice little color. Voila. So now over on the right, over on the left in the playlist, you can see we've created one pattern called drums. What we can do with this pattern is put it inside of the playlist like this, like this, like this. And this is how we will structure our beat from the beginning to the end with different patterns. So now in the playlist, I've got the pattern. And notice right now I'm in song mode, and song mode means it will play the playlist. If I'm back in pattern mode, it will play the pattern. So now it's playing this in the channel rack. it's not playing in the playlist. If I switch over to the playlist, it will switch to song mode and it will play the actual song instead of the one pattern. So let's create a second pattern in which we add a piano. So let me name it piano and give it a nice little whatever red color. And let's just focus on that pattern right now. So I'm gonna open the channel rack back up and switch to pattern mode. So we're in this specific pattern. Now I want to add a sort of plugin or whatever that will produce a piano sound. Over on the left is the area where you have your actual one-shot sounds, but if you want to add a plugin or something that produces the sound like a synthesizer or whatever, you'll have to add that into the channel rack in a different way by going over to the top bar and press add, and here you will see all of your plugins. If you don't know how to install a plugin, I will make a video on that after this video because it's a little bit much if you do that all at once. So for example, let me add FL Keys. That's a plugin you guys will have. Obviously there's an insane amount of plugins out there, both free and paid. It's up to you to kind of find out what plugins that you like for developing your sound and everything. But let me just select a simple FL Keys plugin, which is a simple piano plugin that will produce a simple piano sound. So this is the piano. You can also, if you press this, you can play keyboard with your computer keyboard by just typing. But I'm gonna just mute that for a second because I like to use my actual keyboard when I play. But so for this, you could try to use the channel rack to click it in, but as you can see, you can only select one note. So for this, they invented the piano roll. So you can access the piano roll by right-clicking a sound and clicking piano roll like this, or when you're back in the playlist, this is also the button to enter the piano roll. Once we're in the piano roll menu, over here you'll be able to see which sound you've selected. So over here I can go to the keys. This will be the keys, but I can also go like, okay, I want to have the kick in the piano roll. But for now, I'm going to use the keys and create a simple melody. So let me put on the metronome. You can you can click in notes and you can drag them out like this. And now we've got a cool loop going. With simple notes, I'm gonna add some more notes. Like that. Yeah, better like that. So see how I just drag out the notes, make them shorter, make it longer to just create a nice vibe. And these are, as you can hear, these notes are all played with the same strength. If you want to, for example, add a soft note, this is the velocity right here. For example, if I want to add a high note, and I want to make him soft, I can just click this and the velocity will be... That was a little bit too much, but you understand what I mean. That didn't work. Let me just remove this and just keep it like this. You can, for example, select, this is the select tool, you can select these notes, go back to this tool and hold shift and click and drag, and you will duplicate any notes that you've selected. So that way you can create this kind of melody. And it's fire. Okay, so now we've got that, and I want to hear it together with the drums. So what I do is I make sure over here I've selected the piano pattern, and I put that in with in the playlist with the other pattern. So if I play both at the same time, And that is really the basics. Those are really the basics of FL Studio. One more thing I want to explain to you guys before I leave you guys, and you can go out for yourself and see for yourself what it's like to create some stuff in the software. I want you guys to know about the mixer channel. So let's open up the channel rack again. You can see that over here you've got these boxes, and you can drag it up and down and you'll see some numbers. So this is where you want to be able to route your sounds to a certain place where you can put effects on them. And the mixer channel, you open it like this, is the place where you put effects on them. So for example, if I want to put the clap on channel 2, 3, the hi-hat on channel 2, the kick on channel 5, the piano on channel 4, whatever, you'll see that they're being sent to those channels, and then after those channels they'll be sent to the master channel, which is your general output of your beat. If you want to rename it, give it a color, it's all possible. But I just want to show you guys that you can put some effects on those things by, for example, adding some reverb. So over here we can add effects. This is some reverb, and I'm going to add some reverb to the clap. That's how you add effects to everything, but I think that's already a little bit more in depth if you're really starting out. So I guess that was it for today for the beginner video. I hope you guys were able to learn something. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down below, and I'm sure some members of our producer community will try to help you guys out. I'll also try to help you guys out, answer all of your questions. So yeah, let me know if this was clear, if I did a good job at explaining the absolute basics, and I'll do some more beginner videos, like how to install a plugin, how to add samples, how to mix a beat, whatever, for absolute beginners over the upcoming weeks. So be sure to subscribe to this channel for more beginner content and some just general producing entertainment, if that's what you like. So hey, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and join our great producer community we're building here, and most importantly follow my Instagram at Chuki with a Z, because somebody else told my name. Thanks for watching, gang.